right. Hello, everybody. A very good welcome to all. I'm Allison, Deputy with MoonWillow Tai Chi, and this is our World Tai Chi Day celebration event here, now all virtual, so you can join from anywhere. I'm so happy to see all of you here, and we got quite a bit to cover today. So this first portion is just simply a little introduction into Tai Chi, World Tai Chi Day, and its history and the benefits of Tai Chi. So I'm going to be covering all of that with you. I will have a share screen, a little PowerPoint we're going to show to you. And then at 10 o'clock, Allyn is going to start the movement. Now, World Tai Chi Day started in 1999 in Kansas City, Missouri, by a gentleman by the name of Bill Douglas. And he felt like Tai Chi was such an important healing modality that we really needed a whole day dedicated to it. And from that humble beginning in Kansas City, Missouri, it's now reached to over 80 countries. And it grows more and more each year, which is a fabulous thing. And the whole intention is to create a healing wave across the planet, and people moving and breathing as one, no matter where you're from, putting differences aside and getting the whole world moving and breathing together. So it's a beautiful thing, and we're happy to be part of it. It starts 10 a.m. in New Zealand and goes time zone to time zone across the entire planet. So I think that's a beautiful, just a visual to imagine that we are just being part of this wave. So I'm so happy you're all here joining us to be part of this. So here we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and dive into my share screen here and get us going. Welcome to World Tai Chi Day 2022. And their tagline is One World, One Breath. And right here, front and center is Bill Douglas. He is the founder of World Tai Chi Day. So very happy that he has put so much effort into this to make this such a global phenomenon here. So I'm going to go ahead to our schedule of events. So right into our meet and greet, that's what we're doing right now. And getting a little history and background in all this. 10 a.m. is Qigong warm up with Allyn. He's going to get you all set up and warmed up. So yes, it's going to be interactive. You get to move with us and breathe with us. At 10:30, I'm going to come in and go through some Yang 12 fundamentals and some form. So you get a little taste of what our beginner level Tai Chi classes look like. And then at 11, we'll have Jarett coming in and showing us some silk reeling technique. So it's a fabulous technique, and it really helps you connect to your dantian and get a beautiful flow going. So we're excited to have Jarett here with us this year. And then at 11:30, I'm going to come in and we're going to have a little fun with the Tai Chi Ball Workout. And this is a fabulous workout. It's more cardio than a regular Tai Chi class. It works everything from head to toe, your spine, your organs are massaged. I mean, it works everything. It's a really fun workout. So I'll give you a little taste of Tai Chi Ball Qigong from our regular class schedule. And at 12 noon, we'll share some class info, have some Q&A, and you will get a special discount code if you want to jump in and join our classes. It's a bigger discount than we normally give, so it's more like a Black Friday discount. So, be sure that you're here to get that discount at the end of the program. All right, so we're going to continue on. And this is a picture from our first World Tai Chi Day. And this little guy is not so little anymore. This is my son, Allyn. And he was 7 years old at that time. So now he's 21 and a wonderful partner in this business. Allyn has designed our logo. He is redesigning and reworking our website. So we're gonna have a brand new slick website coming up very soon. He does all the video editing, and he teaches. And he's a fabulous teacher. He's a born teacher. So we just love his presence here. But that was in our studio. We had a studio briefly in Crystal Lake. We opened it in 2007. And we had our first World Tai Chi Day in 2008, which was a very fun event. And unfortunately, you saw the year 2008, that's when the crash happened. And we were just too fledgling a business at the time and couldn't keep it open. And we unfortunately had to close our doors in 2009. But we wound up finding a new home in Woodstock, right off the square, the Woodstock Square. young masters, and we were there for a good 7-8 years, and then the pandemic hit. So you know, there's one thing after another, but now we're mostly virtual, so you can join from anywhere. That's actually been a blessing in disguise. You know, no matter if you live in Canada, you live too far away normally to drive to our classes, you can always join on the virtual, and it's actually been much more versatile than I expected it to be. All right, so there's that, and benefits of Tai Chi. All right, and there's a whole laundry list. This is just a very condensed version. If you want more information on benefits of Tai Chi, there is a fantastic book called the Harvard Medical School Guide to Tai Chi. And it lists all of the benefits and the studies that they've done that shows medically proven benefits of Tai Chi and how it helps a host of conditions, from chronic pain to Parkinson's to anxiety, depression, balance issues, so many things. So yes, it dissolves stress, anxiety, depression. It boosts your energy, your stamina and brain function, improves your flexibility, balance and coordination, and improves muscle strength and definition, and reduces chronic pain. Improves mood, digestion, breathing, and sleep, and enhances longevity. It actually can slow the aging process. And of course, the more you do it, the more benefits you feel and see and realize in your body and your mind. So it really is life transforming. So we hope you can get a taste of that today and what we're going to show you today. All right, so here's a little video I want to show everybody. Hopefully this will come through fine. This is created by the founder. This video was created in 2019 for their 20th anniversary. And it just gives you a little encapsulation of how far-reaching this World Tai Chi Day has become. And it's quite beautiful. So I just want to share it. It's about a 9-minute video. So what I'd like to do, Bill always sends out an opening statement. So I want to read that opening statement to you before we hand it over to Allyn to start that movement, which starts 10 a.m., right? Here's your glasses on, right? Okay, here we go. So dear World Tai Chi and Qigong Day supporters and participants, this global wave of goodwill provides a vision of hope and healing to a world hungry for such visions. Each year, to view the photos of people from different cultures, religions, in every corner of the earth breathing together in this global Tai Chi and Qigong movement is profound. When you see that look in all these diverse faces from so many different lands, you can't help but deeply realize that we are indeed one world and one breath. We are all connected by the field of life energy that physicists are now discovering permeates all existence. By immersing ourselves in the field of life energy again and again, we become more and more grounded in the absolute reality that we are all connected, all part of the web of life. And by cultivating and growing the realization personally and globally, we may help in a subtle, quiet way usher in a more elegant future that nurtures us all in ways we cannot yet even imagine. Again, thank you for making this extraordinary event and health movement possible through your organizing and participation each year. Sincerely, Bill Douglas and Angela Wong Douglas, co-founders of World Tai Chi and Qigong Day. All right. And with that, with no further ado, what I'd like to do is hand this over to Allyn. So if you'd like to get up and stretch and move, Allyn is here to help you with that. So here we go.
This will be interesting with a cat with me. All right, my name is Allyn. I'm going to go ahead and start you off with the warm-ups, do a little bit of relaxation along with mindfulness. So we usually begin with the classes traditionally with a bow. So we're going to make a fist with the right hand and touch with the left hand. Fist hand represents the sun and the open hand represents the moon. So we're going to go ahead and begin with a bow here. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Let's go ahead and begin. So we're going to start with our feet shoulder width apart and check our alignment first. Feet shoulder width apart, knees bent over the toes. And what we're going to do is we're going to roll in the tailbone a little bit like we're sitting back in a chair, as well as tucking in the chin. You want to keep that alignment of your spine going and the crown point of your head up to the sky. Posture is very important. And the next step, we're going to be checking in with our breath. So what we're going to do is Dantian breathing. Now your Dantian is located at the abdomen region. So about 2 inches below the belly button is where your Dantian is. This is also known as your storage vessel for your life force energy. One of the direct translations is elixir field. This is where we really learn to channel our energy, also known as chi. So we're going to go ahead and take some deep breaths here into the abdomen. We're going to start with an inhale, breathing through the nose, and exhale. Inhale. Breathing as slow and deep as you can. Exhale. Breathing in. And breathing out. So it might take a little bit of time in adjusting to really get used to this way of breathing, especially if most of us are used to chest breathing. It'll take a little bit of time, and it just means we got to relax that body a little bit more each and every time. But just being very mindful of the breath can make a huge difference. So it could take a little time, but no worries. If you still find that you're chest breathing, just relax a little bit more each and every breath. Do the best you can. Breathing out that stress and tension. Inhale. Exhale. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. And you can also have your hands at your abdomen too. It's a good way to really check in with it. The key is to just allow the breath to be as natural as possible. Just learning to relax into it. Keep your grounding, allow your legs to be heavy and rooted. Settling down the nervous system. So above all, Dantian breathing is one of the most important fundamentals that we learn in Tai Chi at any point in time, is really learning to check back with our breath and learning to really breathe into the abdomen as opposed to the chest. Again, it takes a little bit of time to really reorient that, but this is why mindfulness is very important. So we're going to begin by warming up the joints. We're going to start with what's called the atlas point rotation. So your atlas point is the tip of the spine here. And what we're going to do is we're going to rotate the head around in a circle. So for this one, we're going to be keeping the neck still and just trying to loosen up the tip of the spine. Just moving the head around in a circular pattern. Allowing that area of the body to become soft and relaxed. Now, as you're doing these warm-ups, always check back in with your breath. The trick is to practice abdominal breathing throughout these exercises. And going the opposite direction now. Keeping it loose and relaxed. And next, we're going to move on to the shoulders. We're going to rotate the shoulders up and down. And try to get the shoulders loose and relaxed. Get things nice and open. Still taking those deep Dantian breaths. Still keeping your grounding. Be mindful of your whole body as well. And other direction. And relax. All right, we're going to rotate the wrists now. Just getting the wrists here loose and relaxed. And circular motions. And other direction. All right, we're going to do some forward and back sweeps. This is a really good range of motion exercises, one of my favorite ones. We're going to be swinging back and forth. You want the arms to be like dead weight, but you want to keep your posture in alignment. That's very important. You don't want to lean for this exercise. Next, we're going to tap the backs of the shoulders. Do the best you can to reach behind the shoulders. Two more times. And relax. All right, next we're going to go into salute earth and sky. We're going to be stretching down for this one. So do the best you can. We're going to sink in both legs and inhale. We're going to lock the knees. Exhale, we're going to roll down as far down as you can go. Allow the arms to hang. Let the upper body be relaxed. Then hold. Then inhale, we're going to move our hands to one foot. Then exhale, move them to the other foot. And back to the center. Inhale, slowly back up. We're going to roll up the spine here. Rolling all the way up. Exhale, sink in both legs. Inhale. Exhale, rolling down again. Getting the spine open. Inhale, move your hands to one foot. Exhale to the other foot. And center. Inhale, back up again, nice and slow. You want to go slow. Stack up one vertebrae at a time. And exhale, sink in both legs, looking up slightly. And we're going to do one more. Inhale. Exhale, rolling down. As far as you can go. Inhale, one foot with the hands, and exhale, move the hands to the other foot. And center. Inhale, back up. Slowly back up, rolling all the way up. Exhale. And we're going to pull the feet together and do a first finishing breath. Inhale, bring the arms up, deep into the abdomen with the breath. And exhale down, pulling down the sky. All right, next we're going to clap the hands together, get them warmed up. Get the chi flowing in the palms. And next we're going to rub the knees. Get the knees warmed up. Then rub behind the knees. And do a down and up bend with the legs. Warming up the legs here. All right, next we're going to do some ankle rotations. We're going to do 1 foot at a time. So we're going to be on the ball of one foot here, and we're going to be rotating from the ankles, circular motions. Relax the best you can. Circular patterns. Opposite direction. And we're going to do the opposite leg now. So being on the ball of the foot here. We gotta move back some so it fits into the frame better. Circular patterns. And we're going to go the other direction. All right, next is the hips. So we're going to have our feet far out here. You can keep them shoulder width too, if that's more comfortable. What we're going to do is we're going to begin by rolling the hips, starting small. Then work your way up to a large one, if you can. Open up the joints. Really want to move from the hips. Sometimes people make the mistake of moving from the upper body. Want to really move from the lower half. We're going to go the opposite direction. All right, moving back into a small one. I'm going to roll it down and gradually slow down to a stop. All right, this time, moving the feet back, shoulder width. We're going to have our feet out in angles. We're going to do something called the blood pressure technique. This is a really good exercise, whether you have high or low blood pressure. We're going to begin by sinking in both legs and have the palms turned out. Keep your posture in alignment. Inhale, bring the arms up to the sky here. And then the backs of the hands are going to touch. Exhale, sink in the legs again. Again, keep your posture. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab the thumbs, and you want to connect the thumbs underneath the pinky here. Is where an acupressure point to the heart is. We're going to activate the heart meridian. Inhale and pull open the chest. And exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale, sinking in the legs. Grab the thumbs, inhale. Open the chest, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Grab the thumbs, inhale. Open the chest and exhale. All right, for this next one, I'm going to go into a full squat. Inhale. Only do this if you're willing and able. So exhale, we sink all the way down. This is optional. Again, you can go halfway or the way we did it previously if you can't do this. Inhale, coming back up. And exhale, release, sinking in the legs. We're going to do two more. Inhale. I'm going to do the full squat, but you can do whichever one is comfortable for you. Exhale. Grab the thumbs, inhale. Exhale, release. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Grab the thumbs, inhale. Exhale. All right, pulling the feet together. Finishing breath, inhale. Deep into the abdomen, exhale. All right. So that was the blood pressure technique. Next, we're going to go into parry. So we're going to have our feet shoulder width again. So for this one, you really want to emphasize, I really emphasize moving from the dantian here, really learning to engage your core. And what we're going to do is we're going to pretend like we're wiping a table. Shifting side to side with the legs as well. Wiping the table, but really moving from the core. Next, we're going to parry out. So most people would probably just do it this way, where we're just moving from the hands, but we're really getting the entire body involved in harmony. This is a really good exercise to help you flow like water. Just learning to relax a little bit more into it. Next, we're going to wipe the window, parrying upward. Still being mindful of the lower half of the body, the legs, the feet. And we're going to go inward now. Now parrying back down, back to wiping the imaginary table. And we're going to slow it down from the dantian. Gradually slowing it down to a stop. All right, so that was parry. Next, we're going to do a little bit of a balancing / stepping drill exercise. This is a little bit of a primer since Allison is going to be teaching you a little bit of the Tai Chi walk after the warm-ups here. But what we're going to do is we're going to start by sinking all of our weight into one leg here. Now the key is to keep that weight there, and you want the opposite leg to be empty of weight. These are some very important Tai Chi fundamentals that we're learning with this particular exercise. Now I have my body a little bit out to an angle, just so it's a little bit easier to balance. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to step forward out to an angle, landing on the heel with the foot. And then we pull it back and step to the side with the heel and pull back. And this is the tricky one for some of you. We're going to be stepping back with our toes out to an angle here. So be mindful of your feet. Stepping forward with the heel, stepping to the side with the heel, and toes back, landing on the toes here. Heel forward, heel side, toes back. So still keeping the weight here. A lot of people get into the habit of plunking, and that's when you know that you've shifted your weight accidentally into this leg here. So keeping the weight here, heel forward with the other, heel side, toes back. Heel forward, heel side, toes back. Last time on this side, heel, heel, toes. All right, let's go ahead and sink all that weight into the opposite leg and do the other foot. We're going to step ahead with the heel, step to the side with the heel, then toes back. Heel forward, heel side, toes back. Heel forward, heel side, toes back. Keeping your balance. Be mindful of your feet. Side and back. Heel forward, heel side, toes back. 2 more times, you can make it. Heel, heel, toes. 1 more time. Heel, heel, toes. All right, let's bring those feet together. We're going to do another finishing breath here. Inhale deep into the dantian. Channeling the chi, exhale. All right, so you learned both balancing and stepping with that exercise. That's a really good one to really learn how to really balance, really good techniques there. So next we're gonna be doing some detoxing of the organs. This exercise is called knocking on the door of life. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make our hands in the fists, but if you're not comfortable with the fists, you can have it open-handed as well. What we're gonna do is we're gonna swing back and forth here and pound the colon, liver, gallbladder, as well as the lower back. Very important to relax that lower back. This is where the Mingmen is located. It's also known as your life gate. Very important to relax down to the tailbone. And next, we're going to move up to lungs and kidneys. And we're going to go up another level, this time open-handed. We're going to swing from the top of the shoulders here. All right, we're going to come back down to the lungs. And we're going to come back down to the colon and slow it down. Gradually slow to a stop. All right, we're going to bring the feet together. This next one, we're going to be bouncing in place. We call this shaking gong. We're going to keep our feet planted to the floor. And you want the neck and the head stable as well. You want to be very careful here. You still want to keep your alignment, but also keeping it loose and relaxed. So we're just bouncing in place here, helping to stimulate each and every cell of the body. This helps oxygenate the blood as well, and boosting the immune system. Taking deep breaths into the abdomen. Keeping it relaxed. Now, next, we're going to lift up the hands. This helps relax the chest a little bit more, opens up the heart meridian. Now, your heart meridian is on the pinky sides of your hands here. Just taking deep breaths along with it. Setting the arms down. And let's go ahead and slow it back down again. Gradually slow to a stop. Now check back with your breath. Taking deep breaths into the abdomen the best you can. Breath going in and out, becoming aware of it. Feel your feet on the floor. It's one of the quickest ways to bring you back into the present moment, is by feeling your feet in your hands. Breath going in and out. breathing out tension, stress, anxiety, letting it pour downward. Imagining all that weight leaving from the upper body down to the legs, all the way down to the feet, like the sands of an hourglass. It's that sand naturally pouring down to the bottom. And next, we're going to go right into the basic forms. We're going to begin by sinking into one leg here. Step to the side with the other foot, the heel first, full foot, like we learned in the stepping. And then adjust your feet, make sure both feet are facing directly ahead. Knees bent over the toes. And we're going to do some upward downwards now. So being mindful of the breath. We're going to begin with an inhale, and we're actually going to be breathing in and out through the nose, and this time having our tongue connected to the roof of the mouth. Beginning with an inhale, floating the arms up. Now, the habit that people get into is lifting the shoulders up along with the arms, but you want to keep the shoulders nice and relaxed and just let the arms move up and down, like you're floating underwater. Taking a deep breath, inhale, as you lift up the arms. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. So doing a little bit of a rising up in the legs along with the arms raised up as well. And then bringing the arms down as you exhale, sinking in the legs. It's all connected in the body. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Now collecting an imaginary ball, keeping the fingers aligned with each other. Inhale, lifting the ball up to eye level, and then pull apart and exhale down, sinking in the legs. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Like you're underwater, naturally floating the arms up and back down. I'm going to do one more here. Inhale. Exhale. All right, we're going to go right into holding the ball. This is also called hugging the tree. So keeping the hands up to chest level here, fingers aligned. And you want to really keep the shoulders relaxed. Roll them out if you need to. If you feel that they're tense here, be mindful of your feet and your legs and breathe deep into the abdomen. Just becoming mindful of the breath going in and out. Breathing out tension. Relaxing a little bit more in your body. Breathing in rich oxygen, allowing it to open every part of the body up. Settling down. Feel your feet. Tune into your heartbeat. Becoming more calm in the mind, letting go of all that noise in the head. Allowing the thoughts to flow by like a river stream, not attaching to any of them, just letting it be. Just being in the moment. Imagine your body becoming more relaxed, more settled, more at peace, both in the mind and body. And then set the arms down. Imagine all those toxins pouring out from the fingertips down to the earth. You may feel a little tingling sensation in the hands. Pouring out all the heaviness. If you're really settling down in the legs, you may feel a little bit of shaking in the legs as well. If you're really settling down into it. And shake out the hands, get some residual toxins out of there. Let's pull the feet together. And do a finishing breath. Inhale. Exhale, pull down the sky. All right, I thank you guys very much. That concludes the warm-ups. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bow here, and I'm gonna hand it over to Allison now.
And from some of the things he showed you, and we're going to go through some fundamentals of the Yan Tai Chi. So he went through this 3-step drill, all right? So this 3-point drill, stepping drill, which gets you into the vibe of learning how to walk the Tai Chi way. So he already did grounding with you and doing the Dantian breathing and getting yourself good and rooted and centered. And that's the start of the form. But what we do also is learn how to step empty of weight. So what we mean by that is you want your feet out at angles. This is our preparation position. So I'm just going to go through some fundamentals of the Yang 12 first. This is our beginning position. So feet out at angles, sink your weight in one leg, weight is anchored there. Now what you want to do is step out with the foot, the heel first, and then you're going to put the ball of the foot down and then the toe, but do not bend your knee. Keep all the weight back. Bring that foot back. Then heel, ball, toe. Pull back. Heel, ball, toe. Pull back. Heel, ball, toe. Pull back. Heel, ball, toe. How you doing with this? Now, if your body is doing this stuff, it means you're plunking. Okay. And there's no plunking in Tai Chi. We place our foot, we don't plunk the foot. So you want to make sure when you place your foot, heel, ball, toe, it's completely empty of weight. So your knee's not bending yet. If you're bending your knee, you're plunking. So we want to make sure you go heel, ball, toe, take a moment, and then shift your weight into the leg. Now anchor your weight in this leg and stay down on the leg. Careful not to come up and down. You got to stay down. And then we go heel, ball, toe, pull the foot back, heel, ball, toe, pull the foot back, heel, ball, toe, pull the foot back, heel, ball, toe. The masters like to say it's like testing ice. So you're placing your foot all the way down without committing your weight to the legs. You don't know if the ice is going to hold you, right? So it's heel, ball, toe, pull back. heel, ball, toe, pull back. Try to stay solid like a steel stake in the ground. All right. And then shift your weight. Okay. So we're going to do a little walking drill with that. So I want you to imagine your legs are like sandbags, and the full leg has all the sand. So you sink your weight down, you anchor into the heel, and the empty bag we place. Heel, ball, toe, that's an empty bag. But then we're going to start shifting the weight and pouring the sand into this leg. And now this is the full leg. And this is what we call the yang leg. The yang leg is full, yin leg is empty. So we're going to place the yin leg now. So keep your knee bent, place the foot, heel, ball, toe. Wait a moment, and then shift your weight into the leg. All right, now you've poured the sand in this leg. Now all the weight's here. Now you're going to place the foot. Now notice I did not do up and down. I'm keeping my weight down. I placed my foot, heel, ball, toe, then shift the weight. And I do a moment's hesitation before I shift that weight. All right. Now I'm going to turn around, and you're going to follow me as I walk this way now. So we can do a little walking drill together. All right. So you're going to sink all the weight now in the left leg. Place your right foot out, heel, ball, toe. Feel each segment of the foot making contact with the floor. Then shift your weight into the leg. Anchor the weight in the leg. And now step over to this side. Heel, ball, toe. Then shift over into this leg. Anchor the weight. Keep the knee bent. Place, heel, ball, toe. And shift into the leg. Anchor, stay down, heel, ball, toe, and shift. I'm going to do one more. Keep the knee bent, place, heel, ball, toe, and shift. Anchor the weight, pull the other foot in, take a breath, inhale, exhale, down the center. So that is walking the Tai Chi way. All right, learning to step empty of weight. One of the benefits of Tai Chi is helping to build better balance. And the way we do that is improving proprioception. And that's your sense, your body's sense of its place in space. So when we are being this mindful about each segment of the foot, being mindful of our foot patterns, then you get better signals to the brain, and it helps improve your balance. So that's one of the reasons why Tai Chi is so good for better balance. So that's the Tai Chi walk. And I want to show you the different stances we have in our Yang 12. So the first one I showed you, which is our first preparation position. It's also known as eagle stance. So it's a martial stance. If you were to be pushed from the side, you have a better way of keeping your center and not being tipped over with your feet angled slightly than if you had them straight. It's easier to tip you over. So this is known as eagle stance, but it's our preparation position. And this is in our Yang family tradition of doing this. Now, Yang style Tai Chi is very broad, and there are many variations within Yang. So other Yang teachers will teach another way where the feet are straight. All right. So there's different ways of beginning the form. So to each his own. It's apples and oranges. Nothing is better than the other. It's just a different way of doing it. So many paths to the same goal. So this is preparation, our beginning position. We also have the beginning stance. I'm going to teach you how to step into beginning stance using that walking pattern, but going to the side. So now we're going to sink our weight in one leg, reach with the heel of the other foot directly to the side. Like you have a pencilette in the heel, draw a straight line out, then place your foot all the way down, heel, ball, toe, empty, then shift your weight over. Now take the weight out of this leg, and you're going to lift up and off of the heel and turn the foot, pivot the foot facing straight ahead. So make sure you pivot from the heel still on the ground, and turn straight ahead. Then you shift your weight over. Now take your weight out of this foot, pivot, turn straight, and then center yourself in both feet. Now you want to make sure your knees are over the toes. You need to open up in the hips here. This is what we call the qua area. That's spelled K-U-A. This is our inguinal crease. This is where you want to open up. Make sure your knees are bending over the toes and the tailbone is tucked. This is our beginning stance position. And now we're going to shift over Anchor the weight. Now open the foot to an angle, but not too wide, just a 30-degree angle. Foot down, then shift. Anchor the weight, pull the foot in, and back up. Now you're back in preparation. Let's step to the other side now. So now we're going to sink in this leg, all the way down, all the sand in this leg. Reach with the heel, pencil it in the heel directly to the side. Draw a straight line out. And then set the foot down, then shift. Take all the weight out of this leg, turn the foot straight, and shift. Take all the weight out of this leg, turn the foot straight. Then center yourself in the stance, hips open, knees in line over the toes, beginning stance. Now shift, open the foot, set it down and shift. Anchor the weight, pull the foot in. Let's try that again. So this opening move alone can take a little time to get. So we're not ducks, we don't, or crabs rather, we don't walk like this. So learning to step to the side is a little bit different at first. I'm gonna sink, reach, place, and shift. So we won't spend a whole lot of time on this, but I want you to see, pivot the foot straight and shift, pivot the foot straight. Nothing's taken for granted in Tai Chi. Every step matters and the way you place your foot matters. Shift, open the foot, place the foot without weight. So just put your foot down, then shift the weight. Bring the foot in and up. All right, now we're gonna go to the other side. Sink all the way here. Reach with the heel, plant the foot, shift. Turn the foot straight and shift. Turn the foot straight. Center yourself. All right, and that's our beginning stance. Okay. Going back in. So that's beginning. Hi, Kevin. Kevin's going to help again. He got tired of playing with the boys in the other room. So next is our arrow and bow stance, and that comes into play into the form. So the front foot is straight. The back foot is at an angle. So you've got one ahead, the other one behind. You have length and width. Length and width. All right. So the hips open, quad is open. Your weight is distributed depending. Your body is turning. All right, so the weight, when the weight's in the back leg, your body's turned to the angle. When your weight's in the front leg, you're turning straight. So you want to keep your hips and shoulders in alignment. This is one of the harmonies of Tai Chi, the hip and shoulder alignment and moving from the dantian. All right, Jarett's going to get into more of this, moving from the dantian with the silk reeling method very soon. So you want to be able to move from here, shifting from back to front. And when you're shifting from back to front, you want to keep the hips open and the knees over the toes. Now it's okay to straighten the leg just a smidge, but you don't want to twist in. Make sure that knee is not twisting out of alignment from the toe. So hips and shoulders, back to front. You're going to feel a pull in the quad here, back to front. This is arrow and bow, back to front. We have a whole series of movements from the ward up to the roll back, to the press, and the push coming up in the form. So it's all in this arrow bow stance. Let's switch feet. Now bring the other foot forward, the other one back. So let's even it out a little bit. So again, your weight's in the back leg, your body's turned to the angle, same angle as the foot. Moving from the dantian, you turn the whole body, hips and shoulders, forward 70%. So here's our arrow bow stance. From back to front, back to front. Shifting weight from the back into the front. All right, so that's our weight shifting. You're gonna feel a lot of work in the legs. You're gonna feel those hips opening up. We need that hip opening. It's very important. We keep this area open and we keep the hips open. You have major arteries and lymph node nests here, as well as major arteries and lymph node nests in here. So we have to keep these areas open for that energy to flow, the chi to flow nice and unimpeded. All right? Okay, back to front. So again, we'll be going into movements like ward off, roll back, press, and push. Okay. So in our beginning classes, we go through different patterns where we are repeating. So when we're introducing a new movement, we make sure you get that sensation of the movement and you develop muscle memory after a while. So it takes time, but it does happen, and it takes, persistent practice, and it does work. So what I'm going to do now is show you the Yang 12 form. So I'm going to show you facing first, then I'll turn around like we are in classes, and you see the side view mirrors. So you get to see some dimension of what we're doing. So I'll show it from the front, and I'll also turn around and do it with my back to you. So I'm going to mirroring you first. So we're going to get into preparation. When we get into that position, your crown point pulled to heaven, chin tucked in, tuck in the tailbone, sink in the legs. Arms are relaxed to the sides, the palms to the back, tip of the tongue to the upper palate of the mouth, breathing to the dantian. Inhale into the belly and exhale. Inhale. And exhale, sink all your weight in this leg. And I'll be stepping out to your right side. So reach out with the heel, place the foot down, and then shift. We're going to our beginning stance. Turn the foot straight and shift. Body turns slightly toward the foot, turning it. Center and sink. Inhale, small circle to hip level. Exhale down. Inhale, upward, downward. And exhale. Always tuck in the tailbone when you sink in the legs and keep knees over the toes. Shift your weight over. We're going to collect our Tai Chi ball. Right arm on top, open the right foot, set it down at an angle, then shift forward, holding your ball. You want your palms facing each other. That's an energy connection there. With your weight here, you're going to step straight up and place your arrow foot. So now we're at arrow bow. Turn the ball, shifting your weight forward, turn your body with the ball. And now we're 70% forward with the weight. Now shift back. Pivot the foot parallel. Shift into the leg, holding the ball. Now remember, in classes, we break all this down. It takes time to learn it all. This foot now is going to reach over, foot straight. And then we shift, top hand comes down, the bottom hand up into the ward-off position, the palm to the chest, the palm in front of the hip. Shift straight back. Turn up bottom hand, drop the elbow of the other arm, drop and around. Roll back, back hand into the front, press. These are all martial art movements. Slow down and push. Practicing slow helps you do it fast in a better way. And we shift all the way back. Lift the foot. Now connect hand to foot and heel to shoulder and turn. Turn the whole body and the foot forward. The weight's still here. And we turn to our angle here and push the weight out of the front leg into the back. And turn. Float the arms up to shoulder height. Now drop the foot back, center, and sink. Then we're going to gather our Tai Chi ball. Inhale, lift it up, inward, outward. Fingers eye level, pull apart. Turn the palms down, exhale. And we shift over to this leg and open this foot just 30 degrees. Set it down and shift. Anchor the weight, pull the foot in, and inhale. So that is the Yang 12 on the right side. Let's do the left side now. Sink in this leg, out of the left heel. Place foot down, shift. So just do the best you can. Fake it till you make it, we say. Because this is just an introduction. Inhale, center and sink. Exhale. So if this is your first time, don't worry if you feel a little uncoordinated. That's very normal. Inhale up, exhale down, upward, downward. Shift over, collect your ball. Open the foot up with the weight out, foot down, then shift your weight holding the ball. Anchor the weight, place the foot forward, turn the ball, and turn the whole body with the ball. Then we shift back, pull the heel back, pivot foot parallel, and shift into your left leg holding the ball. Plant your arrow foot, shift into ward off, turning the body forward. Roll back, press, and push. And we shift all the way back, lift the foot, connect foot and hand together. It turns empty of weight. You got to be sure all the weight stays here when you're moving the foot. Keep the weight out while the foot's in motion. Go to the angle, then exhale, push weight out of the front into the back. Turn, float the arms up, keeping the weight down. Step back, center. Pull hands toward you, sink. Gather your ball, inhale, lift. And exhale. And we shift over, open the foot. And go into preparation. Inhale, finish. Exhale down. All right, so that is the Yang 12 facing you on both sides. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to do the same thing, only this time I won't talk. This is what we call silent practice. So you can just stop and watch, or you can try it with me if you're familiar with the form. So let's do this together. Righty, that is the Yan 12 on both sides. And a little bow. All righty. So at this point, what I'd like to do is see if there's any questions. Feel free to type in the chat, or you can unmute and ask. So again, slow down martial art movements. We practice it for health and well-being. So there's others that take it more to the martial level, but they still practice the slows. So the fast is much more effective. So it's really a beautiful art, and lots you can learn from it. Okay, a raised hand. We have Bruce. So go ahead and ask away, Bruce.
Okay, the tongue to the top, the roof of the mouth, is that done through all the procedures? Is that something when you're exhaling out?
You're inhaling, exhaling through the nose. So the tongue connection should not be disturbed. So there's a reason why we do the nose breathing. It's a much more effective breath, a way to elongate your breath and to, help bring more oxygen into the organs. It helps you control the breath better. So it's actually healthier to breathe in and out through the nose. And also your nose is a natural filter system, right? All those hairs, everything in there is helping to filter things out. So breathing in and out through the nose is actually preferable.
So then when do you do the in through the nose to expand your abdomen and then bring out through the mouth? When do you do that?
During warm-ups, there are some warm-up exercises where you can exhale through the mouth. So it just depends. It's different breathing for different purposes. But once we get into the form, once we get into the Dantian breathing, the quieting of the breath and all of that, and your grounding, you want to be breathing in and out through the nose. Okay, so, and it's a really important one to do. The breath is key to the practice. So
thank you.
You're welcome. That's an excellent question, Bruce. Thank you. Anyone else? I see some things in the chat here, so I'm going to pull that up. and see what we've got here. I got to put my little grainy glasses on. Oh, okay, Trina. Okay, very good. Okay, your voice. Okay. Okay, so that was the video thing. Okay. We finally got the video resolved, I think. So everybody was able to see the video. Okay. Okay, once we got that resolved. All right. Anyone else have questions? Oh, okay. Okay, we've got like 28 people here, so we've got a nice crew. Okay, so it is nearly 11 o'clock. So we have Jarett coming up next to help us with our silk reeling. So, and again, what I showed you there is what we cover in our beginner level classes. So we have beginner classes, throughout the week. We offer 3 different ones. We have a Monday 11 a.m. and we have a Tuesday 11 a.m. and we have a Thursday evening at 7. So there's 3 different choices for our beginner level classes. If you book a class and you can't make it, you can have access to the video. That's what's nice about our system. So if you happen to miss a class and you were booked into it, you can still get the video on demand. So we have that available on our system. So it's very nice. Okay, so are y'all ready for Jarett? Give a little thumbs up. Okay, I'm getting all these thumbs. All right, let's bring this guy in here and have him wow you. So here we go.
Hello everyone, Jarett Sanchez with Valley Tai Chi. I haven't taught too many classes since the pandemic just because my own day job, quote unquote, has been pretty busy, but always happy to come and help out with Allison and Allyn. And hopefully maybe this summer I'll have some offerings if you guys are interested out in the Dundee Carpentersville area. But otherwise, let's get started. So my section today for World Tai Chi and Qigong Day is going to be silk reeling. Well, what is silk reeling? It's a fundamental concept in all Tai Chi styles, whether it's focused on or not. It's something that's talked about in all the Tai Chi classics. But what does it mean? Well, there's a lot of different interpretations, but essentially on the physical level, it's moving from the dantian first, from the dantian out towards the fingertips. So in every single movement in Tai Chi, technically, you will have silk reeling energy present. So what I'm going to go through today is just 2 very basic movements, very simple movements to help demonstrate the concept so you can start to learn how to apply it to all of your Tai Chi training and all the forms that you learn. Okay, so we'll start off. You have your opening and closing movement, the up and down of the hands. And different styles, different teachers have different ways of moving the hands, but we're just going to focus on the very basic up and down movement. So get yourself in this position where your feet are hip width apart, your toes forward. Start off with your legs totally straight with your knees locked and not bent at all. And what I want you to do is move your hips back just a couple inches. And by that, your knees will bend. Okay. So I don't want you to just sink down and let your knees bend a little bit. I want you to start off straight. Sit your hips back just a little bit until your knees have to start bending. Okay. Now from there, I want you to imagine your knees have a bit of a yoga ball in between them. So you have something that's putting pressure going outwards, even as your legs are trying to hold this shape here. They're not trying to go wider, but there's something that wants to push that way. So imagine that feeling, and what that's going to do is going to open up this area here in the insides of your legs. So I don't want you doing this exercise with your knees coming in like this. Even if one knee is coming in, it's not good for you. Opening up like this, make sure your hips are open, and your knees are more protected. So you're sitting back a little bit, just a little. I don't know if you could see me much in the mirrors there, and I'll try and get used to the studio. I like that though, side mirrors, good effect. So you're just sitting back, and you don't have to go back a lot. I don't want you sinking very low unless you're a more advanced student. So here we are in this basic starting position without anything at all, because some of you may be completely new to Tai Chi, and you did this a bit in the warm-ups. I just want your hands to go up and down. Just your hands, just move your hands. So don't let your shoulders move up and down. Just let your hands float up and down. So you're not moving any other part of your body right now. But I just want you to get used to that very soft movement. So you feel like your wrists down to your fingertips, like soft silk scarves. Okay? Very soft, up and down. So I want you to just feel that energy in your hands first before we go to the real lesson. So just a couple more times, up and down, very soft floating, making sure your shoulders aren't going up at all. That's key. Your shoulders are asleep in Tai Chi. They don't want to wake up, and you don't want to wake them up until you need them. Okay, one more time. Very soft, like silk scarves. All right, now, how do we do silk reeling in this basic up and down movement that we do at the beginning and the end of every Tai Chi form? Well, it has to start from here, the dantian. So obviously the mind is the origin of all of your movement, your will, your spirit. Your mind is the director of all of this. So that goes without saying, that's a given. Your mind is at the fore, is number one. But from there it goes to the dantian, number two. You want your consciousness, your mind, to be focused in this area. From there, that's where all the rest of the movement will start. So you have two halves of your body. You have your lower half and your upper half. The mind goes to the dantian and tells the dantian to move. And the dantian goes to the legs and says, hey, we're going to either shift to the side or we're going to go up and down. Dantian originates that movement in the legs. And then as you go through the movement, the energy goes to the top half of the body. So from the mind to the dantian, to the legs, and then to the upper part of the body, out to the fingertips. So from here, starting in a very basic position, we've sat back just a little bit, which brought the dantian down just a little bit. And now we're going to bring the dantian up. Not to the point where you lock your knees, just before you get to that point. That's how high you go up. And now the dantian, you tell the dantian to sink down, sit back. Dantian goes up, and it requires the legs to straighten, pushing the dantian up. And I'll even hold my hand here at the dantian so you can see that's where you want to focus your mind and your energy, your feeling. Now we tell the dantian to sink down, to sit back just a little bit. Push up. Sink down. So again, the dantian is going to send energy down the legs, down the feet, into the ground. And that energy then comes back up and straightens the legs. The dantian goes up. And now the dantian sinks down and back. Very subtle. What I'm teaching you is not flashy. And it has a lot to do with the mind and the feeling inside of the body. It's a big part of Tai Chi. The movements, looking like Bruce Lee, that's all good stuff, the health benefits. The mind is very important and what you're doing with it the whole time while you practice Tai Chi. So sink down, dantian moves up. Okay, now let's start to get the hands involved. So go back into that, just slightly sitting back with your knees bent and bowed out a little bit position. And we're going to tell the dantian to go up to that top point right before the knees lock. And once the dantian reaches that point, you want to feel that energy transfer into your wrist. And that floating scarf feeling goes up. Now we're going to tell the dantian to sink down, back a little bit. And once we get to that low point, which doesn't take much, just a couple inches, then we use that downward momentum, pull in the elbows, and let the hands sink down. The elbows just come back to the body. And then they float. You don't want your shoulders involved. You want your shoulders, again, to be very asleep. Your elbows, your wrists, everything is working with you. So again, the dantian, we're going to tell it to go up. So the legs are going to push to move the dantian up. We get to the top position, and then let the wrists follow. Not the elbows. Feel in the wrists, although the elbows are technically the lead in this movement. The elbows lead, but it's the wrist. You want to feel very, very soft. Balloons. Then we sink down, sit back a little. When we get to the bottom of that movement, bring the elbows in and back. These silk scarves of hands just follow. So we're gonna go up the dantian. Once we get to the top of that, then the elbows lead the wrists up. Keep the shoulders down. It's very easy to move the shoulders, I know. Now we're gonna sink down. Elbows come in. Hands follow. Very subtle. Dantian up, and then go the elbows and the wrists. Dantian down, and then go the elbows and the wrists. Now I'll demonstrate what typically beginners will do in Tai Chi, and that's where the movement will start in the hands, because we see the hands the most. We notice the hands the most in Tai Chi, and so that's what we think of leading the movement. In Tai Chi, it's the exact opposite. Everything I'm showing you right now is what leads the movement in Tai Chi. So right now, I'm gonna do it the opposite way and see the difference. It's almost like my hands are pushing and pulling the dantian like a puppet. All right, that's the opposite energy that we're going for. So here we want to go dantian first, into the arms, the elbows, the wrists. Dantian sinks down, elbows and the wrists follow. Very basic and very simple, but don't think that it's not very important. In fact, some of the most important parts of Tai Chi are the most simple, fundamental. So up and down. Okay, now shake your legs out a little bit. In Chen style Tai Chi, so you're learning Yang style Tai Chi under Allison and MoonWillow and Allyn. So the background I come from is a different style called Chen style. And so in Chen style, it's all the same concepts are there as in Yang style. The form looks different, the training can be a little different, but the concepts are all the same, no matter what style of Tai Chi you train. But in Chen style, when our legs get a little tired, we shake them side to side like this. I don't know if you do this or not, Allison.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah, we do.
You want to feel the meat on the bone, just really shaking. That's one of the parts of Chen style training is a lot of movement where we'll just be in one leg position for a long time doing repetitive movements called silk reeling, and legs tend to shake and burn after a while. So you want to give them a little relaxation from time to time. All right, so the first movement I showed you for silk reeling was just up, simple up and down. Just on that one plane of movement, up and down. But it's a movement that everybody learns. If they learn nothing else in Tai Chi, they learn up and down, okay? So the next one I'm gonna show you, we're gonna go out to the side into somewhat of a horse stance. But you can let your toes go out at like 45-degree angles. And you don't have to go very wide and low, okay? Each to their own ability. I don't want anybody getting hurt. It's always better to start at a higher stance. You don't need much for this. So I gotta remind myself not to go all the way. All right, so we're starting here. And again, you're wide, your toes are out to the side, straighten your knees. Straighten them all the way, stand up straight. And now sit your hips back and let the knees bend that way. Keeping them open. Very important. Imagine you have a big yoga ball in between your knees that you're holding onto, but it's pushing outwards the whole time. And if you let it, then it's going to go all the way. So you're holding it right here. You're not going to go in. Your knees aren't going to start swimming because you have this pressure going outwards. Okay, and we call that dang. We call that dang energy. Dang is this lower part of the legs, the groin bow from knee to hip to knee. Underneath, we have the outside and the inside of the legs. So dang is the inside energy. So when you're standing here, feel that yoga ball pushing outwards as you hold the position. You're sitting back. Okay, that's just the foundation for this movement. All right, now from here, I just want you to put your hands at your side and shift from side to side. But I want you to do it very mindfully with the dantian. So again, starting from the mind goes to the dantian. Now the dantian is going to say, go this way. So it does. But in order to do that, it has to send energy down to the feet, connects to the ground, and then that energy comes back up and says, okay, now we push this way. So now the energy goes down to the foot and then it pushes back against the dantian and pushes it to the side. So now I'm over to one side and I'm going to tell dantian to go to the other. Now I want to feel that energy go down and up, pushing back against the dantian. Now I go the other direction, push. You might not feel much connection when you put your mind in your dantian and you're telling the body to move in this way. You may not feel much at the beginning level of Tai Chi. It's almost like, am I going to get anywhere with this? Is something going to happen? They tell me to do this stuff with my mind and I don't feel it. You will. It comes in time. But if you practice, you will feel that connection. For those of you who have been doing Tai Chi a little while, you probably feel something already. Maybe a little more heaviness in the dantian area, just some kind of better connection, quality in your body, the self-awareness, whatever it may be. Just go side to side, nice and easy, telling the dantian, push. The foot, heel pushes against the dantian. And as you do this simple side to side movement, feel your hips relax. That will help your knees. You have the dong energy going, you're open, you're not too open, but you have a good pressure here. Relax the hips, the hip joints, you go side to side. Feel that energy in your feet connect inside to the dantian. Because underneath that, in the dantian area, you have your psoas muscles that are the only muscles that connect the lower and the upper body, upper parts of your body. It's the only muscles that totally connect those two parts in your hip area. So focusing on the dantian also helps focus on the psoas muscle. All right, now shake your legs a little bit. We're going to go back into that position. So you can start off as wide as you feel comfortable, legs straight, sit the hips back. Gotta remember to allow some mirror access. Sit the hips back and let the knees bend, feeling that yoga ball in between your legs. I want you to put your hands here. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your armpit is open just a little bit, like you have a small balloon in between your elbow and your body. And your hands are just here floating, like they're just on top of the table. Very relaxed, very soft. Starting from this position, we're going to move the dantian to the side. So dantian wants to go, pushes, the legs push against it. And now we're going to turn the hips in that direction. So keeping this open energy in the legs, I'm going to turn my hips. And hopefully this back knee doesn't come down. If yours does, that's okay. Just feel your hip joint rotate outwards and open that up a little bit, okay? So we've shifted to the side, we've turned, and now we're going to shift back. So push the dantian back this direction, and then we're going to turn again. So I'm keeping my arms at the side of my torso so that wherever my torso turns, my arms follow. Now we're going to shift, just shifting straight across, and turn the hips. Shift, turn the hips. Shift, turn. Shift, turn. Shift, turn. So another way to very visually and kinesthetically feel that proper connection where it starts at the dantian, the lower body moves, it shifts, turns, and the hands follow. So the hands aren't leading the movement at any point in time. If you think of a Chinese dragon swirling around in the clouds, the head is always the thing that leads the Chinese dragon around. The tail is the last. It's trailing behind. That's your hands. That's your fingertips. The tail of the dragon. The head of the dragon is the dantian. We're here. Shift, turn. Okay. Now, there's a movement that you're familiar with, or some of you who have done the form with Allison. Wave hands like clouds. That's what you call it, right? Yeah. Wave hands like clouds. This is a very basic movement that you could use to practice silk reeling. In Chen style, it's just a little different. Instead of the palm facing you, we put the palms, both palms outwards, and we push the water. So what I want you to do is to start off here, shift over, turn. You have one arm up, wrist is floating, the elbow is sinking. Turn the torso, and the hands push the water to the side. They're not really pushing though, they're just floating. Shift the dantian, push the dantian over. Let your hands switch position. So now both palms are facing forward, and you're going to turn the dantian this way. The hands are only following because the torso is turning. See that? And then they trail off to the side a little bit and switch. Shift, turn, push the water. Shift, turn, shift, turn, push the water. Shift, turn. One more time, shift, turn. So if you get confused where your hands should be, you can think back to the regular wave hands like clouds, or just think the direction that you're turning, you want your top arm to be on that side, almost like you're gonna deliver an elbow strike. They talk a lot about fighting in Chen style, so forgive me if you're not used to that. But essentially that's what this energy turns into. The silk reeling energy turns into the ability to move with your opponent. Your opponent comes in and use it against them. So you shift in, you bring your opponent in, you pull them, and then you use your dantian, moving that weight, and then using the upper body like a whip. That's at the higher levels of Tai Chi that get more into the martial arts aspect, but this is what it turns into. When you're not using it for fighting though, when you're using it for these nice slow movements, this helps open up your channels, all your energy channels. So silk reeling energy is a way to do Qigong, essentially within your Tai Chi form. It's built in. It's one of the ways that you get the health benefits. Even without understanding silk reeling energy, you still get the health benefits of Tai Chi because it's just built into the movements one way or another. The more your mind can be present in that process, the more you're going to feel and progress. So pushing the water or waving hands like clouds. Whatever feels comfortable for you, this is a practice you can do on your own. You bring your legs in, don't straighten your knees yet. In Chen style, whenever we do a lot of repetitive training, we bring the feet in, we straighten them, and then we breathe in the ball 3 times. So breathing in the ball, it's like a ball in front of us. We're gonna breathe it in like that. So we'll do that together. Breathe in, out, sink back and down. Breathe in, and out. Sink back and down. One more time in. Feel the energy go down into your dantian. And we bring the feet together and then straighten the legs. Shake them out a little bit. All right, that's about the time. So does anyone have any questions? Left a little time at the end for any questions someone might have about the silk reeling energy.
I have one.
Sure, go ahead.
If I'm feeling that once you start it and your knees are bent a little, if you feel it in your knees, what am I doing wrong?
Well, it's hard to say because I would have to be able to really see. But again, if you just start off in that straight leg position and you sit back, tucking your tailbone, so sitting back, tucking the tailbone down. I take it for granted that Tai Chi students might know this, but some of you are not that familiar. We bring the stomach in and we tuck the tailbone down, we rotate the hips. So that right there will take some pressure off of your knees.
Okay.
Just and feeling those inner muscles in your thigh working will also help take pressure off the knee.
Okay. Thank
But
you.
you also might be going too wide or too low. So always start at a higher stance that's not as wide. And I tend to go a little wider, but you could start off something simple like this and do this movement in a very small circle. Just like that. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. Any other questions? Okay.
Jarett, when you said relax the hips,
Mm-hmm.
can you explain that a little more in detail? Because, you know, my hips are up here and I don't feel anything in them anyway. You know, I mean, I don't feel that they're being stretched or strained anyway.
So at the beginning level, there's a lot in Tai Chi, at least in my experience, where they're telling you to do something and you're trying to tell your mind and your body to do it and nothing happens. And it can sometimes get frustrating. But what's actually happening is you're slowly building a connection between your mind and that part of your body, that feeling in your part of your body. And then at the same time, your hips might have a lot of stickiness in the connective tissues around the joints and the tendons and muscles there and the fascia. There could be a lot of stickiness just from, you know, lack of movement or particular kinds of movement. So sometimes the hips are just very stuck and you don't realize that they're always turned on just a little bit. They're always activating a little tension. And as you progress in Tai Chi, so just even standing here in this position, sitting back, tucking the tailbone, you can just start to put your mind here, like right here at the top of that crease that gets down into the hip joints. And when you breathe into your dantian real deep. And when you breathe out, put your mind at that point, your hips, breathe out and relax. Feel it melt and go down.
Okay.
So I breathe in here to dantian, and then I put my mind right here, the hip joints, and I breathe out to these joints. And I feel it like melting it, and the energy goes down.
Okay.
So you can do that repetitively, not a lot, excessively, but you can do that when you're practicing, when you're training. Just, or even if you're at the store, you're standing in line, you can get in a little bit of a posture. You got your cart in front of you, and breathe in, and then relax your hips. Just a lot of repetition, and eventually that mind-body connection kicks in, and it goes deeper and deeper from there.
Okay. Thank you.
Ask the question.
Is most of my weight on the heels?
Yeah, a lot of your weight is on the heels. Yes.
Gloria, yes, hello.
All right. There's Gloria.
Yeah. So when you sit back, I won't go so wide.
Okay, that's
When you sit
okay.
back,
Can
even
you
from
hear
here,
me?
Yeah, we can hear you, hon.
it's just
Okay.
breaking up, but definitely
Yeah.
the weight goes into your heels. You can
Okay.
feel your toes connect to the ground though, your whole foot. You know,
Okay, can you
always
hear me
like to
now?
grip the toes.
That's good, thank you.
Did you get that?
I think she got it.
Okay, good. Okay, where am I water?
Anyone else before we move on?
You took my water? You took my water?
All right. Well, thank you all for having me. I hope I've helped you learn something that will improve your Tai Chi training and thus your life. So now we will send it back to Allison for Tai Chi
Yes.
Ball.
Oh,
Tai Chi Ball.
Tai Chi ball with a real ball.
So I will get out of the frame.
I'll get into the frame. Okay, so now the next thing we want to get into is Tai Chi Ball Qigong. And this was originally developed for weapons training, to train the joints, the sinew, get everything stronger, more supple, to handle the weapons that could be very heavy and awkward. So the ball training was fabulous for that. Now, I've taken movements from Tai Chi ball training and created a workout, a nice sweaty workout, a good cardio workout out of it. So our Tai Chi ball workout classes, they're 45 minutes long and you will get a really good sweat. All right. So, but there's some basics with the ball. Now, first of all, you don't have to have a fancy wooden ball like I have. This ball is about 2 to 3 pounds, and this is the beginner level ball. However, anyone just starting Tai Chi Ball Qigong, see the eyes, look at the, I love the eyes in there. Anyway, anyone just starting Tai Chi Ball should handle a ball that has no weight. So just a simple plastic ball from Walmart or, you know, any of those big box stores, or a sports ball, like a soccer ball, volleyball, basketball, whatever. You can use just a simple ball like that that has no weight to it. And that's what's recommended when you first start this training, because you are working your whole spine, you're working every muscle in your body, you are massaging organs as you're going through these movements. So it works you head to toe, inside and out. Is a fantastic workout. So I want to get a little introduction into this. We're not going to do the full 45 minutes wet, but you're going to get just a little taste of some of the movements that we do. So first of all, there's a few movements with the ball that we do, and there's basic circulation movements. So I want to go into the basic circulation movements. So if you happen to have a ball, go ahead and pick that ball up. If you don't have a ball and you want to participate, just imagine you have a ball. We call it the air ball. So you can just get an air ball and play that way. All right. So I'm going to get up here and move with this ball. Some of my folks already have a wooden ball, and these you can get from us. We do have these available once you're ready to graduate to one of these. But first of all, I want to get into our basic circulation with the ball and what we call vertical circulation. I'm going to be turning to the side. So you heard Jarett talk about sinking back and tucking in the tailbone. I talk about that tailbone tuck all the time. And we want to make sure we're getting it really sunk into our stance. All right, so it's a little bit of a pelvic tilt. You tuck that tailbone in and you're holding the ball. So what we're going to do is make a circle with this ball, just basic circulation. And what we'll do is simply tuck in, inhale, and on the exhale, you push out the upper back. So you're really stretching out those shoulder blades there. Make sure your elbows stay bent. You don't want to do this. Okay, so do not straighten your arms. So here we go. We tuck in the tailbone when the ball is closest. And exhale, push out the upper back when it's furthest away. Inhale in and exhale out. Now for our purposes, we just do the regular dantian breathing. Normal Tai Chi Ball Qigong is reverse breathing, breathing into the chest, because it's a more martial workout and more martial training. But we can use just our regular dantian breathing for our purposes for our workout. So tucking in, inhale, exhale, push out. So the reverse breathing is a more advanced technique. So you want to be in a little better, another place, and having different aspirations with it if you're going to do reverse breathing. So exhale out, just regular circulation. We call this the yang path. Inhale. Exhale, the emitting energy path, the fire path. That's what they call this. And exhale. Inhale in. Exhale out. All right, so that's yang path. And there's another thing we do called the S-curve switch. So I want you to imagine a yin-yang symbol and the middle line in that yin-yang symbol. We're going to enter from the top, curve in and scoop underneath. And that will end up on the opposite path. And that's called the yin path, nourishing energy path. Inhale, exhale. So tuck in when the ball is closest, push out the upper back when the ball is furthest away. Exhale. Inhale out. Exhale in. So this is regular vertical circulation, pretty simple stuff. So this is how we warm up. Warm up the spine. Getting the body warmed up. We're moving up and down in the legs. So work those leg muscles a little bit. And now another S-curve switch. Are you ready? Enter from the top, curve in, scoop underneath. And now we're back on the yang path. All right, so that's S-curve switching. Very good. I'm going to do one more. S-curve switch. All right, now we're going to do another. Enter from top, curve in, scoop underneath, out, and back in. Out, and back in. Inhale out, exhale in. All right, so that's kind of our warm-up lap. All right, we're going to do smaller circles to a stop. All right. Now the other one, you can do the vertical circulation to the side. So this massages some organs. So we're going to get in our beginning stance position. You open up the quad, knees over the toes, tuck in the tailbone, sink back in the legs. And we're going to turn the body and the ball to the side without letting the knees budge. All right. So we turn, we're going to tuck in, and you're going to feel a little squeeze here on the organs. And then on the exhale, push out. So it's vertical circulation now to the angle here. Pushing out. Now, if you're working your right side of the body, you're massaging the liver and gallbladder that process your oils and toxins. If you're working the left side of the body, squeezing on the left, then you're working the spleen and pancreas, processing your sugars and carbs. So yes, we're massaging organs as we're doing this. So there's that vertical circulation. And we usually do an S-curve switch going the other way too. S-curve switch, enter, curve in, scoop underneath, out, back in, and out, back in. Tuck in that tailbone, sink in those legs, all right? Inhale, exhale. You also want to be sure you're not shifting forward and back with the ball. You're just going up and down right now. Push out upper back and tuck in tailbone. So you're rolling the spine and moving up and down. 2 more. Now the S-curve switch, enter from top, curve in, scoop underneath, smaller circles to a stop. Now turn your body and the ball to the other angle. You're gonna feel pull in the quad here, knees over toes, tuck in the tailbone. We're gonna squeeze the organs on this side. Inhale, tuck in, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. So this kind of warms us up in the program, the ball program. Inhale in, exhale out. Just basic vertical circulation. Very good. Let's do one more on this path, our fire path, yang path. Now we're going to do an S-curve switch. Enter from top, curve in, scoop underneath, out, back in, out, back in. So again, squeezing the organs on that side. Right side is liver gallbladder, left side is spleen and pancreas. Inhale out, exhale in. Very good. Our vertical circulation. Let's do 2 more. S-curve switch. Ready? Enter from top, curve in, scoop underneath. Smaller circles to a stop. Now turn it to the center. Next is a horizontal circulation. All right, so we're really going to work in the quad here, turning the body in the quad. And we're going to inhale, come out. Your body follows the ball. Exhale, try to keep that ball between the hips. Bring it back in. Tuck in tailbone when the ball is closest. Inhale out, push out your upper back when the ball is furthest away. So you are not moving forward with the ball. So keep your weight back in the feet. Inhale out, keep your root. Exhale back in. Inhale out. Exhale back in. Inhale out. Exhale back in. All right, so that's horizontal circulation. Reverse the path. So you're turning your body in the quad. Try not to let those knees swim. All right, it's very easy those knees to get all wonky. So try to keep your knees over the toes. Sink into the heels here. The tailbone is tucked. Inhale out. Exhale back in. Inhale out. Exhale back in. Yes, you're feeling it in the legs. The legs are going to feel kind of pressured. Don't worry, we'll get a little relief soon. Let's do 2 more on this path. Horizontal circulation. All right, now we're going to get into one of my favorites. It's called the tornado. And we're going to spiral upward with the ball and work the upper body on this one. So you're going to turn, start out like we just did. We're going to start spiraling upward with the ball. You can come up in the stance, give those legs a little break. Spiraling upward with the ball. Come up around the head. Come up over the head. Bring the ball behind the head. Feel the core engage. Feel the oblique muscles working on the sides. Back muscles. Arms and shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Working the whole upper body. This really helps strengthen the spine, make it more supple. Feel the whole upper body working here. Tornado. I'm going to do 2 more over the head here. All right, now we're going to reverse the path. Reverse it. Feel all those muscles engage. You can do a lot of sitting. This is a fantastic one to do. You can even do this from a chair. Very good. Tornado. Let's do 2 more over the head. All right, now start spiraling down. You're going to start sinking back in the quads. Open up those hips. Tuck in the tailbone. Sink back in the heels. Body turning with the ball. And go into smaller and smaller circles to a stop. All right, bring the ball to the side. Let's shake those legs. Yes, we shake legs here. All right, shake legs. Oxygenates the muscles, helps keep the leg cramps away. All right, lift and stretch, knee bend, foot flex, lift and stretch, lift and stretch. Very good. We're gonna march ourselves into feet together position for the next one. And this one is a figure 8. Now on the vertical, so you want to sink in the legs. So as we rotate, turn the ball, we're going to twist at the waist. We're going to inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. There was obliques working with the abdominals. This helps trim up the waist, if you're concerned about that. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Drawing the figure 8 also helps your brain, helps to coordinate the right and left hemispheres. Inhale, exhale. All right, now we're going to reverse the path. Reverse it. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Turn at the waist, work the ball. If you got one of the heavier balls, you got a weighted ball, you feel it more, of course. Very good. Inhale, exhale. Very good, 2 more. And now we're going to open up the stance, and now we're going to rotate the ball on a path, a vertical path, turning to the side. So you want to keep your hips forward, you turn your upper body, feel the stretch back to your kidney. So this is called the dragon spins the Tai Chi. Roll the wrists, slide the palms on the ball, working that path. Do an underhanded roll as you go to the side. Feel that stretch back to your kidney. Dragon spins the Tai Chi. Shifting leg to leg. Upper body turn. Inhale for one, exhale for the other. Very good. 2 more this side. And now switch sides, underhanded roll, feel the stretch back to the other kidney. So again, massaging organs while we're working the whole body here. Very good. Dragon spins the Tai Chi. 2 more this side. All right, now switch. Now we're going to do the same thing, only add a torso roll. So we're going to do 1, 2, and on the 3, roll the ball behind the head, roll the whole torso, and then go 1, 2, 3, and roll. 1, 2, 3, and roll. This one is called the stars spin around. 2, 3, and roll. 1, 2, 3, and roll. Very satisfying. One of my favorite ones. It's like the tornado, just a little lower. Inhale, exhale, inhale around and exhale. Very good. And 3 and roll. Let's do 1 more this side. And roll. Now the other side. 1, 2, 3 and roll. 1, 2, 3 and roll. Stars spin around. Get a real good sweat going when you do these exercises. It's very fun, it's invigorating. And roll. Let's do 2 more this side. Roll. Alrighty. Whew. Relax. All right. Our next one's called the squat extension. Now, if you're not comfortable squatting all the way down, then you can do another way that's a little easier, a little easier on your body. So here's the way you can do it. When we do the bend, you can just tuck in the tailbone, push your upper back out and bend the knees a little. Otherwise, the other squat is a full one. It's where we go all the way down, lay the body on the legs, but one way, the ball together. So whatever works for you, do what's good for you. So here we go. Inhale up, exhale. Inhale up. So you feel your glutes working on that. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Eyes on the ball. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Very good. 2 more. Very good. And relax. All right. Next one is a balancing exercise. So if you have fairly good balance, you can try this one. If your balance isn't good, put the ball down and hold on to something so you stay upright. All right. So we're going to place one foot at an angle, sink the weight, tuck in the tailbone, anchor into the heel. Now stay down in the leg. Bring the ball up over the shoulder. Lift opposite leg up. Balance the pearl. Very good. Step to an angle sink. Tuck your tailbone in, anchor into the heel, stay down in the supporting leg, opposite leg up, ball over the shoulder. Step to an angle and sink. Lift up. Step to an angle and sink, and lift. Balance the pearl. 1 more each side. Sink and lift. Stay down in that supporting leg. Step to an angle, sink, lift. Oops. Gotta get grounded first, right? And relax. All right, next one. This is called the Bagua circle. You want to imagine you're on horseback and you're fighting the opponent to the side. If you like, you can get an object and place it in the middle of the room, or just imagine an object in the middle of the room. And you want to imagine a circle painted around that object. You're going to walk that circle with the feet slightly angled in as you go, slightly angled in. But you're going to work the lateral motion with the ball. So your body's going to turn out and in, like you're drawing a circle with your belly button. So rotating in from the dantian, so you're going to move out and in. So it starts here like a whip. So remember what Jarett said about the hands, that's the afterthought. So everything starts here, the hands come out. All right. So you're going to do 1, 2, step on the 3. Try to stay down in the stance. Try not to come up and down in the stance. You want to stay down like you're on a horse. Out and in 1, out and in 2, out in step 3. 1, 2, 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 step 3. 2 more. 1, 2, step 3. 1, 2, step 3. Fighting to the side. Okay, let's do the other side. Turn the other way. And your feet angled in slightly. So here we go. Out and in 1. Out and in 2. Step on the 3. 1, 2, step 3. 1, 2, step 3. 1, 2, step 3. 1, 2, step 3. Keep your width. 1, 2, step 3. 1, 2, step 3. Feel the rotation from the dantian first. 1, 2, step 3. 1, 2, step 3. 1, 2, step 3. 2 more. 1, 2, step 3. 1, 2, step 3. All right, we're going to pick that up and place it back where it belongs if you brought an object out. Next one is called rocking. So in our rocking stance, we're working from back and forth. All right, your feet are angled slightly. So when you're in your rocking stance, this is in martial stance, you have a little bit of space here between the heels. The feet are not in front of each other. So make sure you open up a little bit and you're shifting back and forth in the legs. All right, so here we go. In that stance, we're going to inhale, tuck in, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. Very good. So roll the spine. You tuck in, roll it up, push out upper back. Roll it up, push out upper back. Extend the back leg. You are not bending forward from the waist, so be very careful about that. We're not compromising our low back that way. Tuck in and out. Like you're fencing. You sit that back leg out. All right, so it's our yawn path. We also apply a little thing called rotate on the path. So that more advanced students learn how to rotate. So if you get into our ball classes, we teach you how to do this, as well as the wrap coil, rolling over the back of the wrist, back of the wrist, back of the wrist, curling the fingers up, keeping the ball in the hands. This is wrap coil. Very good. So we learn to do that on the path too. 2 more times. Very good. Smaller circles to a stop. Okay, so there's rocking. We do walking too. We won't get into that today. We're going to do one called squat twist. You're going to wide stance. Again, tuck in tailbone. Straighten the legs. Keep your back as straight as possible. Open up the quad here. Going to sink down. Inhale. Exhale. Turn and stretch over to the side. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Very good. Squat twist. Let's do 2 more each side. Last one. And now swing. So we call the bear swing. So swing, stretching those legs a little, swing the arms. I'm gonna bring one foot up at a time. Pull in, pull in, pull in, pull in, pull in, into a stop. All right, our next one is a swimming dragon stretch. We're gonna place the feet together and the ball held at center. We're gonna inhale and then exhale, turn the head and hip one way, ball and hands the opposite. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn head and hip opposite way, ball and hands the other. Feel the stretch on the side of the spine. Keep your legs straight. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale. Very good. And relax. Let's put the ball down. We're going to do a little dispersing. We're going to bring the arms up. Inhale, lift up high. Exhale, slam the heels down, sweep back the arms, keep your eyes forward. You got to bend those knees. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Reach up high. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. 2 more. Last one. Very good. Next one is smoothing the energy egg. So our arms are going to come up, the hands angled up this way, coming up, angled down, coming down. So here we go. Feet together. Inhale, smooth the energy egg. Exhale. And sink down the legs and you come down. Inhale up. Exhale. Smoothing out any jagged energy. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Relax. All right, 3 Dantian breaths, just to center everything. Inhale. Exhale down. Gathering and sinking the chi, restoring that inner battery. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale down. Relax. All right, let's take a bow fist with the right, cover with the left. Woo, thank you very much.
Allison, I
Yes.
have 2 connected ones. I think I know, but confirm for me. When during silk weaving, he said, Dantian talks to the inner thigh and
Yes.
there's a ball in your imagination. Is that every time you bend your knees, pretty much?
Pretty much, yeah. When we're going through our form, you got to have that Dantian connection. Everything starts from the Dantian. So everything he taught you today and was describing to you so very well, that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to impart on everyone. We want you to move from that center of gravity and learn how to move from that center of gravity more effectively. And it takes time. It takes time because most of us aren't terribly connected with our body parts, okay? And Tai Chi helps encourage that and gets you more into your body and connected and allowing things to flow better and allow healing to happen too. So it's really a powerful practice.
So your brain doesn't say to your knees bend or your backside to, tuck under. You actually can almost feel it from your Dantian.
I mean, it always starts with the mind. It always starts with the mind. The mind sends the signal to tuck in and the body follows. So, it always starts from here.
Right.
So that's 1, 2 is the Dantian, and the rest. So yeah.
Feel it? Do you feel almost the energy when you?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely, yeah. And that, again, that takes time too. Not everybody feels their energy right away. You know, that's something that's acquired. You know, we can try to play with like a Tai Chi ball. I mean, a hack. I can give you a little energy hack if you're interested. Take your fingernails and rub them together rapidly. Just keep rubbing, keep rubbing. So this is an energy hack here. So if you don't really feel your energy, you don't know what the heck, you know, you're supposed to feel and all of that, here's a way to bring more energy in the hands. So it's a little more present. All right, so keep rubbing those fingernails together and then open. Feel all that?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, okay. So you want to feel that energy connection, that sensation, all right? There's usually a tingling, a movement, and it can be very, very subtle. And we can play with that too. You can like squeeze it together, bring it back out.
And I do feel that. I do feel that. But I've always just thought, tuck your tail under. I've never like, he made me, you know what I mean? Think, just quit thinking up here and feeling.
Yes, you do have to feel it. Yes, absolutely. Okay. So, I mean, it starts with the mind sending the direction. You know, once it gets more into muscle memory, it becomes natural. You just automatically, when you bend your knees, boom, you tuck in. Okay. And that's, you know, it's healthier that way. And you want to be sure knees, you know, should be in line with the toes, but also you don't want to overextend. I mean, those of us, especially those of us on the older side, you don't want to be overextending your knees, you know, past your toes. So be careful of how far you're bending.
So that's why that ball, imagining that ball there helps, because then you're not overbending.
Right.
You're pressing back in.
Exactly.
Thank you, Allison.
You're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome.
How many years have I been doing this and I never thought of that?
See, there's always something that can click in. And that's the cool part of it, Tai Chi. I'm going to remove my pin here so I can see everybody. I want to see everybody and get the gallery up. There's everybody. Hi. All right, very good. Very good. Yeah, so I mean, that's what we're trying to do, is trying to get you all to really, really connect and you know, get more in tune with your body, so your body can do the things you want it to do, right? You want it to heal, or you want it to age well. You want to feel better through the day. You want to have more energy through the day. You want your pain to lessen and go away. I mean, there's so many benefits to this. I know I've got some students on that have had some really good, you know, they've given me really great feedback and results from having done this for so long. So if anyone wants to pipe in on their, you know, on their wonderful results from this, feel free to unmute and do so. You know, but it's a fabulous, fabulous thing. And, you know, we just want to get it out to more and more people, because the world needs more healing with this Tai Chi. So I still had a little more of my share screen. So what I can do is go ahead and go back to that. So you have more information, and you want your discount code, right? Okay, so if you're interested in more of Bill Douglas's work with the Global Transformation Project World Tai Chi Day, he has now brought many smart people together, and they have developed they've written a resolution campaign to advocate science-based mind-body education in our schools, all right, globally. So they are sending it to the United Nations for consideration. Says the science is in. I mean, when we are training ourselves in these mind-body practices, better things happen, right? It's, you know, it's more effective. It raises smarter, healthier, kinder kids, right? And that creates a smarter, healthier, kinder population in the long run. You save trillions in healthcare costs annually. Trillions in future prison, police, and social costs, trillions avoiding future military and global conflicts. We can all use, you know, much less of that these days, more creative solutions to global problems. So it's a fascinating, you know, project he's embraced and he's working on very hard. So if you want to go to worldtaichiday.org, you can get more information on that. But I think it's a powerful, forward-thinking thing. And I think we need more of that in our lives. So thought you would have interest in that. All right, our Tai Chi class schedule, just so you see, our beginner Tai Chi classes, as I said, Monday and Tuesday, 11 a.m., Thursday, 7 p.m. We also have intermediate advanced classes for those already, into our classes and been working with us for years already. We have chair Tai Chi classes. So if the standing's a little too much, you don't think you can handle it too well, the chair Tai Chi classes are a fantastic full body workout from a chair. And we've got Tuesday and Thursday, 2 p.m. and my Friday, 10:30 a.m. free class. So if you are a class pack holder or a member, you automatically have access to our 2 free classes, which is the Friday chair class and the Saturday all level Tai Chi that Allyn teaches. And the Tai Chi Ball Workout, which I just did with you, Tuesday, 4 p.m., Wednesday, 10 a.m., Thursday, 12 noon. We also have a special a la carte Saturday, 9:30 a.m. Tai Chi Ball class. So in case you're interested in doing a Saturday morning workout. And of course, the all level Tai Chi with Allyn on Saturdays, which is free. So that's our full schedule, what we have virtually right now. If you want to join our Zoom classes, we have very affordable classes, especially with the discount code, which is WORLD30. WORLD30. You will save 30% off all class packs. Or first month memberships. Your first month membership would be 30% off. And this is for new members only. And also MoonWillow merchandise. So we have all kinds of merchandise, which we'll get into in just a moment. But again, our system has on-demand recordings. So if you book a class, you miss a class, you can get the recording and you enjoy the class whenever it fits your schedule. We have the 5 and 10 class packs. So the class packs are also extremely affordable with the discount. Our 5 class pack is normally $40. With the 30% off, it's only $28. All right, so our 10 class pack is normally $70. It's only $49 with the discount. So it kind of gives you an idea of how much of a chunk you'll save. We have 4 membership levels. We have basic 2 classes a week, plus 3 classes a week, enhanced 4 classes a week, and the all access, which is unlimited classes. So we have different levels of membership. And again, you get the 2 free classes, you get the on-demand recordings with that. Let's see, if you're not on our email list, if you've come to join us and just to learn a little about this, you want to get on our email list, please type your email in the chat. I'll grab that and make sure you're included on our email list so you get all the information here and more, and all our offerings that come up. I also have training programs for training and certification in Yang Tai Chi, from levels 1 through 4, from the Yang 12 all the way to the 108 Yang form, as well as chair Tai Chi training. I train in chair Tai Chi as well. If you want to help others that might have a harder time moving, and the chair is the best way. Chair Tai Chi is something I really want to get out there to a lot of people. And if you want to follow Jarett, you can follow him on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, look up Fox Valley Tai Chi and Fitness, and for more information and for live class opportunities. I think he's going to be doing some live classes at some point.
We'll get back into it.
He'll get back into it at some point. Yeah. Yeah, there's already, he already has a bunch of classes already saved on that page. So if you're on Facebook, go to Fox Valley Tai Chi and Fitness. So there is that. If you want to learn more from Jarett, he's a fabulous teacher, so highly recommended. All right, some of our merch, we've got our MoonWillow shirts. That's the unisex, male, female, whatever, or we have lady shirts in both black and white. We have our mugs, and I love our mugs because they have a message. Our mugs on the back say, stop, feel your feet, breathe, ask, what am I grateful for right now? So it's a nice little reminder as you're waiting for your water to boil for tea or waiting for your coffee to brew, to have that little message there each day, because grounding is so important in developing better consciousness and a better healing way to, continue with your day. So we have a black mug too, a fancy black mug or the white. And we have our tote bag, premium tote bag. It's a nice tote bag. So it's got a little zipper compartment inside and zipper top. So it's a terrific little item there if you want to show a little MoonWillow spirit. All right, so stay connected with us. I mentioned our YouTube channel. So if you have not yet visited our YouTube page, go to MoonWillow Tai Chi and Wellness on YouTube and subscribe, make sure you subscribe, and you can be in the loop of our other videos that get uploaded. It is free. You do not have to pay to subscribe on our YouTube channel. And follow us also on Facebook and Instagram. So we're all over the place. We're growing more and more. So we're hoping to reach more and more people with this healing art. And of course, the discount code WORLD30, it ends May 3rd. All right, so it's a very short time. So if you want to stock up on class packs, you can set yourself up. You can buy more than one if you want. You can set yourself up for a few months with that offer, because that's discount doesn't come around until like Black Friday, right? So it's a really good discount to take advantage of at this time. So that is it. And follow your heart and live well. That's our mantra. That's our tagline here. So I'm going to ask if anybody has any further questions. I'm going to stop the share. All right, how are we doing? What do you need? Go ahead and unmute if you've got questions. Looks like, yes, we've got an email address. I will grab that. Like I said, we're gonna follow up with another email with the link to the video once it's uploaded, and also the article I mentioned from my Medium page, which is How Tai Chi Saved My Life. So, okay, good. Peggy Leahy, thank you. Thank you so much. All kinds of things learned. Thank you very much, Peggy. Fantastic.
Thank you very much. This was wonderful.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. I'm going to go back to removing my pin. All right, very good. Thank you, Gloria, so much. And then I'm going to get to my gallery view. I want to see everybody. There's everybody. And Cynthia's aren't good. Cindy, definitely enjoyed it. Thank you. Jill, thank you. Wonderful. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate everyone coming. Take this good feeling, spread it out in the world.